So, feeling a little sick, but I'm gonna record anyway. So, you read the title. This video is going over how I really feel about Andrew Tate. Now, my opinion on Andrew Tate really doesn't matter that much, but I don't know. It's not strongly in my thoughts together here. Hmm. This man, if you don't know what I'm talking about, which if you don't, then you're living under a rock. But Andrew Tate is a famous influencer who's famous for basically being the leader of the Red Pill Top G group. And I'm, let's say, my freaking cat is climbing the screen door. Samson! Samson! What? Bring me in. Oh my god. He's a maniac. Anyways, so for the most part, what Andrew Tate has done to young men of this generation is incredible. There's been thousands of weak men who have become stronger and better, and I am one of them because of seeing Andrew Tate's success and seeing that you really can improve and become better. Excuse the bell, that's my cat again. World's best YouTuber, bro. So, Andrew Tate, he says some very good things, very interesting, good things that genuinely help people. But other times, he says things that really don't make any sense at all. God, cat, go outside if you want to. I'm sorry. Mm. I hate being sick. All right. Anyways, he says some great things that genuinely change how, you know, bro, I can't talk today. Okay, bro, I cannot even think right now, bro. I hate being sick. All right. So if you have a short attention span, you've probably already clicked off. If you're still here, thanks a lot because this video is pretty boring already. But hey, my cat was distracting me and I'm sick, so my bad, bro. But if you have a long enough attention span, you're still here, and you really want to hear what I have to say, then let's get into it. So, the main teaching of Andrew Tate that I have a particular problem with is his teaching that if men sleep with loads of women, then they're high value. But if women sleep with loads of men, then they're damaged and broken. Well, guess what, you idiot? It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, you shouldn't be sleeping around. In the Bible, God says man is with one woman, marriage. You're supposed to marry one person. And Tate over here is going nuts, saying, "Oh yeah, you can sleep around as many people as you want. If a man can sleep with many women, but if a woman sleeps with men, he's damn it. Just shut up. Men can sleep with with only one woman. They marry. Women are the same. You can only sleep with the person you marry. No more of this hookup culture. I'm going to go to the club and sleep around like some damaged idiot who doesn't even know who they are. I'm going to lose my own identity for a little bit of pleasure with some person I don't even know. I'm going to damage myself because Andrew Tate says, "Oh, I'm high value. I'm high value man. I'm gonna get lung cancer. Oh, cigar, lung cancer." I'm sorry I got emotional there, but this just irks me to no end. And then he talks about how to be a high status and high value, you gotta drive a fancy car and make 10K a month. Money, and he talks about escaping the matrix with money. Money is part of the matrix. Money is part of the matrix. If you don't know, Haidt talks about what he calls the matrix, and it's this idea that organizations and governments control people through social media. And sure, social media companies certainly control people and impart their own ideals onto young minds, but you can't escape the matrix with money. It makes no sense at all. They want, like, these companies have spent years and thousands upon thousands of dollars trying to promote the best product and convince you that you have to drive a fancy car. You have to buy your wife the biggest ring. You have to buy the nicest house and then you'll be happy. That's part of the matrix. I have escaped the matrix, guys, as he hops in his Bugatti with his giant freaking mansion, thousands upon millions of dollars spent on the matrix. And I'm not saying you should never be successful or you should never buy stuff or you should never, splurge a little bit on your loved one, like buying them a fancy ring or jewelry or something. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. What I'm saying is, don't say you escaped the Matrix and talk about how you're the greatest person on earth. Top G, guys. When you're still in the Matrix, you haven't escaped at all. And you think you've escaped the Matrix. Andrew Tate, I know you're not watching this, but if you're watching this, dude, you think you escaped the Matrix. If you think you escaped the Matrix, then sell everything. Get rid of every single Bugatti. Give all your money to freaking charity. Go live on a mountain like some monk. That's how you escape the Matrix. That's the only way you can escape the Matrix is you become a freaking monk and live on a mountain and meditate all day. That's how you escape the Matrix. You don't escape the Matrix by going to parties, driving fancy cars, living on yachts, living in Romania and smoking fancy cigars, getting lung cancer. That's not how you escape the Matrix. It's not. That's gonna do it for today's video. I usually don't get emotional that often, but this is something that I genuinely am very uh passionate, like upset about, and I just want everyone to know who watches Andrew Tate. He does have some great value to give the world. He has genuinely changed the minds of thousands of young men, millions of young men, changed them for the better. I am one of those young men that Andrew Tate has helped. Don't listen to him when he says that you need to drive the fancy car to escape the matrix. It's all baloney. Okay. It's baloney. All Andrew Tate is doing is trying to justify his own sin. its own vice, its own addiction to the fucking nicotine and sleeping with women. That's just literally just him trying to justify his own sins and misdeeds. I'm not saying never have any pleasure, but money is part of the matrix, guys. I do not like you have to understand that. If the matrix is real, like what Andrew Tate says, then money is part of it. And he's buying Bugattis and yachts and indulging further and further and further into the matrix. And he's saying that he escaped. But he's just deeper. He just found a nicer part of the matrix. While all of us are struggling, he's living on his yacht, his Bugatti, and saying he escaped the matrix when he's really just in a nicer part of it. If you like, what's a terrible city to live in? St. Louis. If you live in St. Louis and you live in the dumpy part with all the crime and drugs and alcohol and abuse, then okay, yeah, you live in St. Louis, you have a terrible life, right? But if you move uptown into the nice, like just like the nicer part of St. Louis, then you haven't left St. Louis. You just live in a nicer part of it. You haven't left it at all. Just a nicer part of it. So don't say, "Oh, I left the Matrix." You're just in a nicer part of it. I apologize again for getting emotional in this, but this is just something that irks me. So stay wild.